Hello everyone, it's really great to be back. Hope you're having a good week. So I came across this very sad story, right? And I really wanted to talk about it. So there was this guy that was having an argument with his wife, right? And in the middle of the argument, he threw something and it hit the woman, and for some weird reason, she slumped and passed away. And obviously, eventually he was arrested and everything, but you would feel so sorry for him because he didn't mean to do that. It was a genuine mistake, right? And you know, when they were asking him questions, so they put him through like a small interview thing, and they were asking him questions like why did you do it? And he was so confused. He was like, I don't know what happened. It was the devil came over me, the devil made me do it, or whatever it is. And you could see other people clearly passing judgments. People were judging this man and shouting, how can you be so stupid? Why would you do that? It was clearly a mistake, but obviously people were still judging him and everything. And you know, the thing about that is sometimes we need to be careful because nobody is perfect. Being susceptible to be used by the devil is just a decision away. Let me explain properly. No one is perfect, right? So everything we do in excess is the devil. And I know that a lot of people think they have nothing. Oh, as long as I pray, as long as I go to my place of worship, what has the devil got to do in my life? But like I said, everything we do in excess is actually the devil. You see, let me break it down properly. Eating is not bad, or let's even say drinking, like maybe drinking a glass or two of wine, especially when it's red wine, is really good for you, isn't it? So that's not bad. 5 bottles is the devil. That's gluttony. Now, wanting achievements is not a bad thing. You might want to achieve a house, achieve a car, achieve this, get money. This one is not bad. Wanting what everybody else has and then some is greed. That's the devil. Am I making sense? Okay. So, getting angry is not an issue. But as an adult, you should learn how to control your emotions. Now, spilling rage and destruction every time you're angry about something is wrath. That's the devil. Which is why we have to be very careful not to, because we're all just a thin line away from the devil. That's the God's honest truth. So we have to be careful not to condemn people or pass judgments on people, because even being judgmental is the same thing. Does this make any sense? And then sometimes we're praying and you know, we've been praying a year, 2 years, 3 years, asking for something, and we're not receiving it. And most of the time when that happens, what we're supposed to do is check areas of our lives that we do not have any negative attachment. See, it could be any area of our life. It might be telling lies. See, white lies is not, I would say it's not a problem. Lying is not lying, right? But sometimes you tell white lies like, oh, you're still at home. I do it. I'm working on it. I'm still at home and somebody calls me, and maybe I'm supposed to meet up with someone and the person calls me. I'm like, okay, I'm on my way. Okay, that's a white lie, but it's still a lie, right? So I tend to do that a lot and I'm working on it. But what I'm saying is, white lies is not the issue. But the thing is, after a while, it flows it. Okay, see, for instance, after I say I'm on my way and I get to my friend's place, usually what I would do to make atonement for myself is actually tell the person, don't mind, when you were calling me, I was actually at home. But imagine I go to my friend's place and my friend got so pissed off, right? And instead of telling the truth, I add more lies to it, and that's what happens. Do you understand? Then it's a thin line away. Then I've crossed over to the evil side. Does that make any sense? So doing things in moderation is not the issue. When it becomes excessive is when it's actually the devil. So it could be lust, it could be greed, it could be even passing judgments on people, it could be gluttony, it could be wrath, it could be anything, any area of our lives. It is written that when you resist the devil, he will flee from you. So when we have negative attachments, what happens is that sometimes it hinders prayers. So the only solution to that is to heal that aspect of your life. Does that make any sense? As it is recorded that when you resist the devil, he will flee from you. So if you're able to heal whatever excesses you have in your life, the devil will flee from you. Does that make any sense? Let me give you a good example. Imagine you're asking God for like a car, right? But you have anger issues, right? And then you get that car, you're on the road one day and you develop road rage. Maybe another driver hits you or something, like you're chasing down and it causes an accident. God will never give you something that would end up being your destruction. Does that make any sense? Then you may be thinking to yourself, okay, what about those people? What about those people that don't pray at all, that just live their lives recklessly, that do all the bad things they're not supposed to do? And then when they just pray once, all their prayers are answered. Have you read the story of the prodigal son? It says that when a defiant child, a runaway child, returns home, you welcome them back with open arms, right? So you encourage them. So when people like that pray, they are being encouraged. Why? Because in the spirit, they are babies. Now, make excuses for babies, don't you? You're more lenient toward babies. Imagine your toddler, you have a toddler and the toddler throws out their food. And you have a teenage child and the teenage child throws out their food. It's not the same punishment, right? The toddler is more understandable because they don't understand it. But the teenage child knows better than to throw out their food. Those that are babies in spirit are being encouraged, which is why it seems like their prayers are being answered almost straight away. But for somebody that knows better, okay, let me give you an example, right? If you remember the story of Moses, after he rescued the Israelites from Egypt, I mean, every time I have read this story, right, I get so angry, because imagine with all the miracles these Israelites witnessed, right? They witnessed the parting of the Red Sea. They witnessed the parting of River Jordan. They witnessed all sorts of miracles. Every excuse they had, they would still cut up their earrings and build a golden calf and worship that golden calf. And do you understand? However, somehow God still forgave them. Yeah, there was punishment, but I mean, as opposed to Moses, his only offense was to get angry. He was supposed to hit the rock once and maybe he hit it twice. But his punishment was even more harsh than the children of Israel. Why? Because amongst everyone, he's had the opportunity to commune with God. He knew better. He wasn't a baby in spirit anymore. He had almost pretty much seen God, do you understand, and still lived. So he knew better than to react that way, which is why his punishment was quite harsh, you know. So I guess what I'm saying is, when we're praying and it seems like our prayers are falling on deaf ears, what we're supposed to do is comb through our lives to make sure that we do not have any negative attachment. If we do, we're supposed to resist and heal from it so that the devil can flee from us, because sometimes our prayers are being blocked to protect us from ourselves. Namaste.